Hey everyone, welcome back to Bookish Blonde. So today I'm going to talk about my quarter one stats. Now I love doing this. I get a little bit nerdy, but I think it's fun to track my reading. So we're going to go over how I'm doing so far in the first quarter. So let's start with some of my goals that I had for this year. Now, as far as goals go, I make them because they're fun. It focuses my reading. I don't take them that seriously though, so it's no sweat off my back if I don't complete them all, which I normally don't complete them all. But one of the ones that I have set is for Goodreads. The first goal I set for myself was 100 books to read this year. I'm tracking that through Goodreads. I have set that number the last 2 years and have not met it. I've gotten close. So again, if I don't make it, it's fine. But the good news is after quarter one, I'm already 6 books ahead of schedule. So that is amazing. I've read a little bit more than I needed to get that 100 goal. So we'll see if I can actually meet it this year. As far as NetGalley, my goal is to get my percentage up to 80%. That means out of all the titles that I have been given, I have read and given feedback for 80% of them. That's your target, what publishers like to see to continue to accept you for the arcs. I'm right now at 59%, which is what I started for the year. I have gained 4 more titles since I last checked in with my Kindle back in December, and I still have 21 that are ready for me to give feedback. So even though I've read some, I've got new ones, so my ratio, it dropped and then it went back up to 59%. So really I haven't made progress there, but the 4 books I have received from NetGalley since the beginning of this year are You Are Fatally Invited by Andy Palago. That came out February 11th. Yeah, I've not read it. Saltwater by Katie Hayes, which came out March of this year, so just recently. Have not read that one. And then the 2 most recent are I got accepted for What Kind of Paradise by Janelle Brown. That comes out in June. So my goal is to read that one before its release date for you guys. So maybe I'm thinking my May Kindle book will be What Kind of Paradise by Janelle Brown. And then last but not least, I just got this the other day and I'm so excited, and that is Stacey Willingham's new book, Forget Me Not. So that comes out in August. So I definitely will be reading that one before it comes out in August for you all. So there's my NetGalley. Made some progress, not great, but I'm very excited about some of these titles that I'm getting. So that's cool. As far as 6 rereads go for the year, I've only done 1, which you guys will be getting soon, my reading vlog for that. And then as far as reading 1 library per book, as far as doing 1 library book read per month, I have definitely met that. I read 1 in January, 1 in February, actually 3 in March because of middle grade March. And I already read 1 this month in April, which was The Quiet Librarian by Ellen Eskens. My thoughts to come on that later. Really enjoyed it. Okay, as far as authors to 0, I have 8 authors in my journal that I thought I would try to read to 0 this year. Some progress, not great. Obviously, I haven't read any of them to 0, but I have made progress. I've read 1 out of 3 books by Ellen Eskens that I have not read yet. And I read 1 out of 4 books for Jennifer Hillier, both in the month of April. So I'm currently reading a Jennifer Hillier one, and earlier this month I finished Ellen Eskens. So I did make an effort to make that happen and get caught up, but that's just by chance. So some progress, but not great. Let's talk about series. I wrote down all of the series that I owned on my shelves, even if they're not complete. And I've made some progress. I knew this was a goal that there was no way I was completing it and reading all my series. That's almost impossible. But so far this year, I have read Flawless by Elsie Silver, which is number 1 in the Chestnut Spring series. I have just finished last month number 2 in the Faithful and Fallen series by John Gwynne, and that book is Valor. Love that. I plan on finishing that 4-book series this year. I will be picking up book 3 here pretty soon. And then number 3 in the Empyrean series, Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros. That's a given, so I read that one. And then also this year, I have plans over the summer to pick up the Mistborn trilogy by Brandon Sanderson. And I also have plans to start and finish an Ember in Ashes series by Sabah Tahir over the summer as well. So those would be my two series I'll be focusing a little bit more on intently over the summer. As far as my Kindle, one read per month, yes and no. So I finished March's book just the other day in the beginning of April. So I'm technically a book behind, but April's Kindle read is a short story by Abby Jimenez. So after this month, I will be back on track with 4 for 4. So not too bad there. I had a goal of reading more historical fiction, and I've done that. So I have read 5 historical fiction titles this year so far, and this time last year I'd only read 2. So I have definitely put an effort to read more historical fiction, and I've been successful with that, which is awesome. I had a goal to crochet a granny square that matches each book cover that I read this year to make a big bookish blanket. That is failing, you guys. I don't even know if I'm going to continue at this point. I have made 4 blanket squares, and I've read 26 books so far in the quarter. So there's a chance I'll get caught up. I don't know. I've kind of lost energy and desire to actually do that, but we'll see. When I feel like crocheting, I'll keep making progress. We'll see what happens. And then posting 2 times a week on my Bookish Instagram has been an ultimate fail. I have posted here or there. Over spring break, I had a goal of making a bunch of Instagram reels and posts and just bookmarking them and saving them to release twice a week. Didn't even do that. So maybe in the summer I can get caught up and get ahead of the game and have it. Just the week is so busy in between full-time job and the kids and the house and the husband and the chores and reading. I don't even really watch too much TV because most of my free time is spent reading. So, but I think I could make a little more of an effort to take a solid chunk of time and make a few Instagram reels and posts, like I said, and have them to be ready to be, published twice a week or whatever the proper word is there. But definitely a fail for sure. As far as go with the flow, it's going well. I've been able to keep up with that. I've also kept up with the buzzword challenge on the cover and the buzzword challenge. Those are going great. As far as book of the month, I have 20 titles. I don't get new book of the month releases anymore, but starting this year I had 20 and I've read 3 of them. So some progress there. This quarter I have read 26 books, 18 of which were off my shelves, which is so exciting. I'm proud of myself. Now I've hauled more than 18 books this year, but 18 off my shelves out of 26 is pretty solid. Happy about that. I have read a total of 9,804 pages this year. 10 books have been physical, 2.5 books on my Kindle. 4 books just strictly audio, and then 10 books which were a combination of physical and audio. I tend to do that the most because if I physically have a book and I can get a book on audio from my library, I will go back and forth to continue the story. Honestly, that's how I get through so much reading per month. When I get ready for work in the morning, when I'm driving by myself. I don't typically listen to audiobooks when I'm out shopping. I just feel like I can't focus on that. Even something like grocery shopping, which is pretty regular and I get pretty much the same things, I still can't focus. So there's that. Or when I'm doing house cleaning, I have an audiobook on most of the time. So there's that. Okay, let's see. Out of the 26 books I've read quarter 1, 7 of them were 5 stars, which is exciting. 13 were 4 stars. 5 were 3 stars, and I had 1 2-star. I've had no 1 stars so far this year. Those ratings are lining up with every other year. 4-star is usually my big ticket. I rate more books 4 stars than everything else combined usually. So nothing surprising there. So that is how quarter 1 is going. I'm very excited about my progress. Overall, I'm doing pretty good. I feel like I really want to put some focus into the reading to zero and hopefully get 1 or 2 authors that I read to zero. Like I said, I have plans in the summer for some series reading. And yeah, overall, I mean, doing pretty good. So I will be doing this again at the middle of the year, the end of June, and once I do that, I will also probably post a flip through of my journal, like update it and see. I'm a little behind on updating my journal, but after Q2, halfway through the year, I like to do a flip through to show you guys, so that'll be something to look forward to. But yeah, taking a chance to look at my reading stats really helps me focus. It's fun for me. And yeah, so that's it. Just a little chatty video about how reading has been going in 2025 so far. How's your reading been going? I feel like this has been a solid year for me so far. I'm enjoying almost everything I'm reading, which is super exciting. I hope you guys are having the same experience. And yeah, that's about it. So thanks again for watching my videos. I will see you guys in the next one. Happy reading. Bye.